Hello and welcome to SaltWire today for Friday, March 10th. I'm your host, Kate Walker. A new report has been released to the public which shows a significant number of Halifax regional police officers are absent from work, with long-term disability hours in 2022 being the highest on record. Since 2011, long-term absences at HRP have increased 259% from 44,243 hours to 114,995 in 2022. The average time away from work for HRP employees with a physical injury is 11 weeks and 53 weeks for a psychological injury. HRP Chief Dan Kinsella said several times that HRP is understaffed, and members of the union have expressed frustration with the staffing crisis, poor planning, lack of mental health supports, and lack of funding for equipment. 19 recommendations were put forward in the report relating to data collection, return to work programs, developing a mental health strategy, and others. One woman in Kings County has made it her mission to clean up the garbage that floats up on Nova Scotia beaches along the Bay of Fundy. Karen Jenner has been cleaning up debris of all sorts from 9 beaches for 5 years now, but the amount of garbage has since increased by 50% in the past 2.5 years compared to what she collected in the first 30 months.
There's a lot of things that you feel good about doing it, but there's a lot of frustration with it as well. And I think the biggest thing is that you find the same thing over and over and over. And sometimes it's just a little bit, and sometimes the quantities are so great that you can't even clean an area that you've gone to.
She has now picked up more than 16,782 kilograms from about 7 kilometers of the Bay of Fundy shoreline, or more than 3 tons per year.
The things that I find in the Bay of Fundy, and again going back to other cleaners as well, the most common item would be things from the commercial fisheries, and that would be from around here, and it would also be from the northeast U.S. And the quantities are enormous. Rope would be the most common item that's found, but there's all kinds of other things.
Jenner separates all the garbage and weighs it to keep track before the Waste Authority comes to pick up the garbage and recyclable materials. An exciting weekend of basketball ahead in Halifax. The Youth Sports Final 8 Basketball Championship has tipped off with 8 teams competing at the Scotiabank Centre with eyes on the championship prize. The St. Francis Xavier X-Men, who won back-to-back national banners in 2000 and 2001, are the Atlantic University Sportmen's champs and tournament host. The number 4 seed X-Men play Queen's University tonight, and the 8 seed UPEI Panthers play the 1 seed Victoria Vikes to round out play on quarterfinal Friday. The semifinals go tomorrow with the bronze medal and championship games slated for Sunday. You can visit usports.ca for more on the tournament. Randy Muse and Mark DeVoe of Yarmouth share a special bond and friendship. First brought together decades ago by the Special Olympics, they're an important part of the Yarmouth Junior A Mariners hockey organization. What makes their friendship even more beautiful is their ability to communicate, even though Mark is unable to form most words when he speaks. There's never a communication barrier for these two, who are known around the rink as the dynamic duo. SaltWire's Tina Camo has their story.
Randy Muse and Mark DeVoe of Yarmouth share a special friendship. The pair first met decades ago when they became involved in the Yarmouth Special Olympics and have been inseparable ever since. While you see them here, there, and everywhere about town, one of the places you see them a lot is at the Mariners Centre, as for years the two best friends have been part of the Yarmouth Junior A Mariners organization. The pair helps out the team by collecting pucks after warm-ups and refilling water bottles at games between periods. But they're seen as contributing much more to the team than that. Through their support for the team and also the bond they form with the players each year, they are considered an important part of the Mariners. The pair both have special needs. One of the ones that stands out most about Mark is his inability to form words when he speaks, making it difficult to understand what he is saying. Yet words never fail these two. Randy always understands and knows what Mark is trying to say. The two are also very appreciative for the opportunity to be involved with the Yarmouth Mariners.
Fun to be with the players and fun being the staff.
Yeah.
And what do you do to help out the Mariners?
To water the pucks. Water balls and pucks, yeah.
And you've been doing this for a long time?
Yes, a long time.
Mark, what do you like most about Randy?
Fine. Do.
So he makes you laugh?
Yeah.
And Randy, what do you like most about Mark?
I like Mark when he's funny. What are you doing now?
So what are some things that Mark does that makes you laugh?
Oh, shows off and goes, that's funny.
At the rink, Mariners players refer to Randy and Mark as the dynamic duo. And head coach Laurie Barron says the Mariners are very proud to have Randy and Mark wear their logos. The team has a lot of affection for these two men, and the feeling is mutual.
Your players make it worthwhile. The coaches make it worthwhile too. So thank you to all of you. From me and Mark, we love you guys all. We're gonna win championship. Go Mariners!
This is Tina Camo, reporting for SaltWire Network in Yarmouth County.
It's time now for another edition of Wine of the Week with SaltWire sommelier Mark DeWolf. If you're looking for a wine to enjoy this week that is tasty and environmentally conscious, Mark has the selection for you.
Sometimes making a wise wine selection is making a conscious one. And if you want to reduce your environmental impact, think about alternative packaging. Why does wine have to come in heavy glass bottles? Think about wine in a can, wine in a box. The lighter and more efficient packaging means less carbon emissions, which is better for our environment. So an even better way, buy cans, buy local. If you're just looking for fresh wine consumption, nothing better than Tidal Bay in a can.
And for more wine tips, recipes, and interviews with local food and drink personalities, go to the Wine and Dine section of saltwire.com. It's time now for a glimpse of today's Thinking Out Loud with Sheldon McLeod. Today, Sheldon is speaking with Moore Vale with the Ecology Action Centre about HRM's Just Food Action Plan.
The Ecology Action Center says this is good news. The mayor says this is good news. Council says this is good news, and most people would probably be going about their lives thinking it's expensive to buy groceries. How is this good news? How would you tell people? How would you sell this as being good news?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really huge investment from government in our food system and, a really public display that is treating food as a human right and as something that is, vital to invest community, money, infrastructure into. We are prioritizing food. We're not letting this sit on the sidelines, in the way that we've seen governments do for, in decades past.
And for Sheldon's full conversation, head to the opinion section of saltwire.com. Time now for the Atlantic Sports Wire, presented by Scott's Choirs.
The Dalhousie Agricultural Campus in Bible Hill is hosting this year's Canadian Collegiate Athletic Association Badminton Nationals. Joining me is Andrew Harding. Andrew is the Associate Director for Athletics and Recreation for Dal AC. Andrew, thanks for being here. How's the first couple of days of CCAA Nationals been?
Oh, it's going fantastic. We have 14 schools competing across the country here in Bible Hill, and those 14 schools represent 6 teams, 2 from Alberta, 2 from Ontario, and 2 from the Atlantic. And first day has been the first 3 rounds of the tournament and some great matches, and everything's been running very smoothly.
How can folks find out about getting access to watch the game live or to watch them online?
No, absolutely. If anyone's in the local area or within the Atlantic and is able to drive down to Truro, Bible Hill, we'd love to invite them into the Langell Athletic Center. Tonight is actually going to be the semifinals starting at 5 p.m. And tomorrow at 10 a.m. is the bronze medal matches and the gold medal matches at 1 p.m. So please come on down if you're in the local area. If you're not, we are streaming every court, every match of this event. If you go to the CCAA Badminton site, so just Google CCAA Badminton 2023, you'll see the link for the the live streams there and could follow all the matches that are occurring.
Andrew, we thank you for your time. I know you're super busy, but good luck with hosting the rest of the CCAA Badminton Nationals.
Thank you very much, Scott. Appreciate the opportunity.
My pleasure. In Halifax, I'm Scott Squires for the Atlantic Sports Wire.
Thank you, Scott. On to weather now to see what's coming up in the weekend forecast. We're going to check in now with our weather specialist, Alistair Alders.
Happy Friday, Kate. Well, it was a beautiful start to the day. We had lots of sunshine this morning. However, as expected, the cloud cover did build back in through the morning, and it was a dull afternoon. Now, thankfully, some more sunshine in the upcoming weekend forecast. This evening, we'll have partly cloudy skies with the temperature near -3 and a chilly start for this time of year, waking up on Saturday morning near -6, but with mainly sunny skies. I do think we'll have more of a mix of sun and cloud through the afternoon, and the temperature rises up to 4 degrees in the afternoon. And we're looking even warmer on our Sunday, 6 degrees the high with mainly sunny skies. Around this time of year, we should be near 2 degrees, so temperatures will be above seasonal this weekend with lots of sunshine. So given how dull the week was, get out, soak up that sunshine if you can. We do have more unsettled weather on the way. The next storm rolls in on Tuesday. Still set to begin as some snow changing to rain, but still some uncertainty about how much snow, how much mixing we may receive. So keeping a very close eye on that. And of course, we'll watch that through the upcoming weekend, and we'll have more details next week as the system starts to come into better agreement on how it will impact us. Have a great weekend. Kate.
Thank you, Alistair. That's all for now. For more extended video and full online articles, stay tuned to SaltWire.com. And you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here Monday.